Good morning, dear student. In previous lecture, we will discuss some examples regarding to the metal-metal bonding or metal-metal bond formed by the overlapping of d orbital. So, in this lecture, we will discuss the remaining example to find out the bond orders. So, we will discuss the example, that is Re2Cl4 P Me2PH4. So for this complex you have to find out the bond order. So in this complex, this PMO2PH is similar to PPH3, which is a neutral ligand. So if you consider this ligand, that is phosphorus PH, and this pH, that is phenyl group, is attached to the phosphorus. So 2 phenyl group, it is replaced by 2 methyl group. So P, then pH, so we can write here pH, this is Me and this is Me. So this PPH3 is a neutral ligand, and therefore this ligand, that is 2 phenyl group, is replaced by methyl group. It is also considered as a neutral ligand. So to find out the bond order of this complex, you should first find out the oxidation state of each rhenium atom. So to find out the oxidation state, so this is your neutral ligand. So for oxidation state, we consider only this chlorine, so which is having a -1 charge. So there is a 4 chlorine atom. So if you consider twice X plus -4, which is equal to 0, so twice X, which is equal to 4, so X is equal to +2. So each rhenium is in +2 oxidation state, and if you consider the electronic configuration of rhenium is a member of manganese family, manganese, technetium and rhenium. So rhenium having valence configuration 4s2 3d5. So rhenium, it is in +2 oxidation state, 4s0 3d5. So each rhenium having a configuration 4s0 3d5 in rhenium +2 oxidation state. So it will contribute 5 electrons to form a metal-metal bonds. So if we consider the energy level diagram for this complex, so in this complex also a pi donor ligand is present, and this ligand, it is also act as a electron donor ligands, because these methyl groups are attached to the phosphorus. They are electron donating group, and therefore this ligand is also act as a electron donating ligands, and this is a pi donor ligands, and therefore in this case also the d orbital of metal atom, that is the dx square minus y square orbital of metal atom, is involved in bonding with the ligand which is attached to the metal, and therefore in this case also only one delta bond is formed because the presence of pi donor ligands. So this is pi donor ligand, this is electron donor ligand. So we can consider it is not acting as a pi acceptor ligand, it is electron donor ligands, and this is pi donor ligands, and therefore so in this case the dx square minus y square orbital, it is also involved in bonding with the ligand which is attached to the metal, and therefore in this case also a square planar complex is formed. If you consider Cl, this rhenium is attached to 2 Cl and 2 P, PH, Me group. Similarly here P, PH, this is your Me, this is your Me. Again we get a square planar species. So this rhenium which is attached to 2 chlorine atom and these 2 neutral ligands, so it is again a square planar shape or square planar geometry, and we know that the hybridization of this species, that is dsp2, in which the d orbital which is involved is dx square minus y square orbital, and therefore only one delta bond is formed by the overlapping of dxy orbital. So only one orbital is available to form a delta bond. And therefore, if you consider the energy level diagram for this complex, then so this is a energy curve, one sigma bond, then two pi bond, and then one delta. Again here delta star, then pi star, and then sigma star. So rhenium is in +2 oxidation state. In this case, rhenium is in +2 oxidation state, 4s0 3d5. So each rhenium contribute 5 electrons. So total 10 electron is there. So if we count the electron, so first the bonding molecular orbital or HOMO, highest occupied molecular orbital, HOMO, and this is your LUMO, lowest unoccupied molecular orbital. So they are lower in energy, therefore first electrons are filled into this bonding molecular orbital, and then the remaining electron goes into this antibonding molecular orbital. So total 10 electron is there. So 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10. So 2 electron goes into antibonding orbital, that is delta star orbital. And for this case, if you find out the bond order, so bond order which is equal to 1/2 into electrons in BMO, bonding molecular orbital, minus electron in antibonding molecular orbital, ABMO. So 1/2 into total electron 2, 4, 6, 8 minus 2. So it becomes 6/2. So we get 3. So total 3 metal bond between this rhenium atom, between these two rhenium atom, because the bond order is equal to 3. So in this case the bond order is 3. So if we draw the structure of this complex, then if we draw the structure, there is a 3 metal bond between this rhenium complex, and the remaining ligands are attached to the metal atom, that is 2 Cl ligands, chlorine ligands are attached, and 2 Me2PH, yummy, and this pH, again another P, yummy, and pH is attached. Similarly here also Cl, and this P, yummy, pH group is attached, and also P, yummy, pH group is attached. So in this case, for this complex the bond order is equal to 3. So let us discuss the second example, that is, so same example with positive charge, same example but the complex having a positive charge. So in this case again this PMA2PH is a neutral ligand. So if you find out the oxidation state, in this case it is twice X plus -4, which is equal to +1. So you can consider to find out the oxidation state, we consider the overall charge on the complex, which is equal to +1, and therefore twice X, which is equal to +1 plus 4. So twice X, which is equal to 5. So X is equal to 5/2. So which is equal to 2.5. So in this case the oxidation state of each rhenium atom is in friction, that is 2.5. So how will you find out the bond order for this complex? So to find out the bond order in this complex, again in this complex dx square minus y square orbital is involved in bonding with the ligands, and therefore only one delta bond is formed by the overlapping of dxy orbital. So in this case the bond order is 2.5, but not bond order, the oxidation state is 2.5. To find out the bond order, we should consider one of the rhenium atom is in +3 oxidation state and another rhenium atom is in +2 oxidation state. To find out the bond order of this complex. So you should not consider the oxidation state 2.5. So you should consider one of the rhenium is in +3 oxidation state while another rhenium is in +2 oxidation state. So if you consider the electronic configuration, then rhenium, we know that rhenium 4s0 3d 5 configuration. So one rhenium is in +2 oxidation state. So 4s0 4s2 3d5. So one rhenium is in +2. So 4s0 3d5 configuration, and another rhenium is in +3 oxidation state. So 4s0 and then 3d4 configuration. So one rhenium is in +2 and another rhenium is in +3 oxidation state. So total 5 plus 4. So total 9 electrons are available. 9 electrons are available to form a metal-metal bond. And again we consider the energy level diagram for this metal-metal bond. Then for this complex, so one rhenium is in +3 oxidation state and another rhenium is in +2 oxidation state, and total 9 electron is there. So again you feel the electrons sigma, pi, delta, then delta star, pi star, and then sigma star. Sigma, pi, delta, delta star, then pi star, and then sigma star. So total 9 electron is there. So first these lower energy orbitals are filled with electrons 2, 4, 6, 8, and one electron goes into this delta star orbital, and therefore you find out the bond order. Then bond order, which is equal to 1/2 into number of electrons in bonding molecular orbital, that is 2, 4, 6, 8, minus number of electrons in antibonding molecular orbital, that is only one electron is there. So 8 minus 1, 7 divided by 2, so which is equal to 3.5. So the bond order of this complex is 3.5. It is in friction. Bond order is 3.5. So this is regarding to this Re2Cl4 PaMe2PH having +1 charge. Let us consider the third example. That is, if we consider the third example, that is same complex with +2 charge. Again this is a neutral ligand, and if you find out the oxidation state, then twice x plus -4, which is equal to +2, then twice x, which is equal to +2 plus 4, so twice x, which is equal to +6, so x is equal to 6 by 2, so x is equal to +3. So in this case each rhenium is in +3 oxidation state. So if you consider a configuration, so rhenium again 4s2 3d5, a general valence configuration, and then if you consider rhenium in +3 oxidation state, then it is 4s0 3d4 configuration. So again another rhenium is also in +3 oxidation state, so total 4, and another rhenium also contribute 4 electrons, so total 8 electrons are available. Total 8 electrons are available for bonding, to form a metal-metal bond. So if you consider again the energy level diagram for this complex, then again sigma, pi, then delta, then delta star, then pi star, and then sigma star. Okay, and total 8 electron is there. So 2, 4, 6, and 8 electron. So all electrons in the lower energy orbital, that is HOMO or bonding molecular orbitals, sigma, pi, and delta, lower energy orbitals, and therefore you find out the bond order in this case, which is equal to 1/2 8 minus So no electron in antibonding molecular orbital or higher energy orbital, so 0. So in this case 8 by 2, so we get 4. So total 4 metal bond in this complex. So if you consider structure, this rhenium, between these two rhenium atom, total 4 metal bond, and the remaining ligands are attached to this metal. So if you consider all these three complexes, you should keep in mind that as the oxidation state is increases, the bond order is also increases. So if you consider, these three complexes, Re2Cl4 PMa2PH having no charge, this is your bond order. So for this complex, bond order is 3. When Re2Cl4 PMa2PH 4 having positive charge, then the bond order is 3.5, and Re2Cl4 PMa2PH 4 times having +2 charge, then the bond order is equal to 4. So as the oxidation state on complex is increases, the bond order is also increases. So you should keep in mind. So with increasing oxidation state, the bond order is also increased. This is regarding to the only one delta bond is formed, or only dxy orbital is available for bonding to form a delta bond. We will discuss a important example regarding to the two delta bond formation. So both these d orbital, that is dxy and dx square minus y square orbitals, are involved in bonding, and equintable bond is formed, that is total bond order is equal to 5. So we will discuss the example of such a complex. The complex is Cr2, the complex is chromium complex, Cr2, then phenyl 2, Cr2 phenyl 2, or we can write this as Cr2 C6H5 twice, Cr2 C6H5 twice. So in this case, if you consider a chromium atom is there, another chromium is there, one C6H5 is attached to this chromium, one C6H5 is attached to this chromium, and if you find out the bond order between this chromium atom, two chromium atom, then there is a total 5 metal bond. So 5 bonds between these two chromium atoms, and therefore a quintable bond is formed. So in this case, if you consider this phenyl ligand C6H5, it is not a pi donor ligand, it is a pi acceptor ligand, and therefore the dx square minus y square orbital is not involved in the bonding with this ligand. So it is available to form a bond with other metal atom. So both, in this case, both dxy and dx square minus y square orbitals are available to form a delta bond. Therefore in this case, one sigma bond is formed by the overlapping of dz square orbital, two pi bonds are formed by the overlapping of dyz and dzx orbital, and two delta bonds are formed by the overlapping of dxy and dx square minus y square orbit. So if you consider this is a sigma bond, if you consider the first bond is sigma bond, then these two bonds are considered as a pi bonds, two pi bonds, and the remaining two are considered as a two delta bonds. So if you consider this complex Cr2 phenyl complex, then the bond order is equal to 5, and in this case both dxy and dx square minus y square orbitals are involved in bonding. So if you consider this complex chromium 1 2 3 4 5, and it is attached to this, C6H5 phenyl ligands. Again here, So this is your Cr2 which is attached to this phenyl ligands. So in this case, if we find out the oxidation state of each chromium, so each chromium is in +1 oxidation state, because if we consider this one of the hydrogen, so this ligand is not a benzene, it is called as phenyl. It is called as phenyl. This is your phenyl group. So one of the hydrogen of benzene is replaced, or one of the hydrogen of the benzene is replaced and the carbon is attached to other species, then the ring is considered as a phenyl group or phenyl ring. So in this case, if we consider the oxidation state of chromiums, the chromium is in +1 oxidation state, because this ligands, that is phenyl group which is attached, or phenyl ligand which is attached to this metal, it contribute a -1 charge, and therefore this chromium is in +1 oxidation state. Similarly, in this case also this chromium is in +1 oxidation state. So to form a quintuplet bond, or to form a complex with bond order is equal to 5, the complex should be in +1 oxidation state. So for this, the chromium complex should be in +1 oxidation state. So this is not a benzene ring, this is a phenyl. One of the hydrogen is replaced by this metal atom. When it is bond, or when this ring is bond, when this ring forms a bond with this metal atom, then it contributes a -1 charge, and therefore the oxidation state of this chromium is +1. So if we consider the energy level diagram, so in this case all d orbitals are available to form the bond, that is dz square orbital is available to form a sigma bond, then dyz and dzx to form 2 pi bond, and dxy and dx square minus y square orbital available to form 2 delta bond. So if you consider the oxidation state, chromium is in +1 oxidation state. So if you consider this complex, chromium is in +1 oxidation state. So we know that chromium, the valence configuration of chromium is 4s1 3d5. So chromium and copper shows anomalous behavior to get extra stability, because it will shows anomalous behavior because the d orbital is half filled. So we know that when the orbital is completely empty, half filled and completely filled, then it will give extra stability to the orbit, that is d orbital. It will give extra stability to d orbital, therefore it will shows 4s1 3d5 configuration. So chromium in +1, that is 4s0 3d5. So again another chromium is also in +1 oxidation state, it also contribute total 5 electrons. So total 10 electrons are available, total 10 electrons are available for metal-metal bond formation. And if you consider the energy level diagram for this complex, then it is, if you consider this is a sigma, then 2 pi bonds, and in this case 2 delta bond is formed. 2 delta bond is formed. Again delta star, and then pi star, and then sigma star. So you should keep in mind, so whenever a pi donor ligand is attached to the metal atom, in that case only one delta bond is formed, because the dx square minus y square orbital is involved in bonding with the ligand which is attached to the metal, and it is not involved in bond with other metal atom, and therefore only dxy orbital is available to form a delta bond, and therefore in that case only one delta bond is formed. So in this case the ligand is not a pi donor ligand, it is a pi acceptor ligand, and therefore both the orbital, that is dxy and dx square minus y square orbital, are available to form 2 delta bonds. And if you consider total 10 electron is there, so 2, 4, 6, 8 and 10 electrons. All electrons are in lower energy orbital, that is bonding molecular orbital. And if you find out the bond order which is equal to 1/2, into 10, that is total electron in bonding molecular orbital 10 minus antibonding molecular orbital, that is no electron in antibonding molecule. So in this case 10 by 2, so we get 5. So in this case and the bond order is equal to 5. So total 5 metal bonds are possible in this chromium complex, chromium phenyl complex. So you should remember this example. So in this case 2 delta bonds are formed by the overlapping of dxy and dx square minus y square orbital. So both these orbitals are available to form a delta bonds. So this is regarding to the all about the metal bond formation or transition in metal bonded system. In next lecture we will discuss the photochemical reactions photochemical reaction involving chlorophyll, that is most important process, that is photosynthesis. So what is photosynthesis? We will discuss what is photosynthesis, the reaction, and the pigment, that is chlorophyll pigment, which is involved in the reaction. So we will discuss the photochemical regarding to the photosynthesis, and we will discuss some remaining points of this chapter. So in this lecture we will discuss up to this example. You should keep in mind, that is where 2 delta bonds are formed, where 1 delta bonds are formed. So the main reason is that only a pi donor ligands are attached to the metal. In that case only 1 delta bond is formed. When the ligands are pi acceptor ligands, then there is no possibility to form a single delta bonds. So in this case, that is when the ligands are strongly pi acceptor ligands, or metal atom is attached to strongly pi acceptor ligand, in that case both d orbital, that is dxy and dx square minus y square orbitals are available to forms the bond with other metal atom, and we get 2 delta bond. So you should keep in mind where we get 2 delta bond and where we get 1 delta bond. So pi donor ligand results into formation of only 1 delta bond. Pi acceptor ligands involve in formation of 2 delta bonds. So you should keep in mind, pi donor ligand contribute only 1 delta bond and pi acceptor ligand contribute 2 delta bond. Thank you.